Hello all and welcome in once again for match day number 2 of the USAMP Soccer Cup 2024. I'm Dylan Potemry here to take you through all of today's action. For game number 1 today, we will be having Miami versus Chicago. And match day number 2 is underway as we get started here, as Miami will start with the ball off the kickoff. Again, we thank you all for joining us in here today. It's not as windy today, but a little chilly and maybe some expected rain. We'll see how the conditions play out here as Lira on the ball passes over to Broom as Miami presses up, and the ball will roll on out of bounds. Again, apologies for any of our dropping frames. We're trying our best here with whatever connection we can get. As now Miami on the ball. It's Israel, lays it on out. And looks to distribute in the middle. It's intercepted. That's Coleman. As Israel goes, he rips a shot. And on top of that one right there is Omerovic. He had quite the performance yesterday. It's now cycled back in towards the middle. Looking to hit it along, and now on transition here is Chicago. Out to the far side, Coleman. He's looking for options back. He's pressured by Cineas there and taken away by Ulysses. Now in towards the middle. Pushing the ball along on the middle. Gustav out to Richard. Richard with the rip, and that's blocked, and they're going to keep going along. Richard heads towards the top of the box, takes a rip and scores! Richard has been the danger man for Miami, and he puts one on the board. As they take a 1-0 lead here early in the match against Chicago. So Chicago will kick off after just got to tie the laces up, make sure everyone's safe out there. Broom lays the ball out to the far side, or near side, excuse me, to Calvo. And it's taken away now here. Gustav, he's back on the ball. He's going to rip one, big save there from Omerovic. It's back to Lira. Lira looking along the side. That's Trejo. In towards the middle. Poked along. That ball is going to roll all the way out, and it'll be a kick in here for Miami. Just a few minutes in here to today's match. Again, this is game number 6 of the tournament, game number 1 of today of 5. A winner will be determined at the end, as pushing towards the middle, there's Gustav, and a beautiful diving save, and just poked out wide. As Omerovic got on top of that, the ball started to roll around, and it'll go out for a goal kick. Chicago pushing up. It's Payne looking for Coleman, and he's unable to find him there. And it's going to roll on out. Now Coleman slides that one along, and they'll just shield it out. No, they're going to keep it in play. They're going to keep on going, Miami. Looking for the long ball over to Richard. Now with 4 goals so far in the tournament. After his one for today, dances around one defender, dances around another. He's got a man in the middle. He's going to shoot it himself. Omerovic with the big save off the left arm. Now I'm going to take the corner quickly here. Richard looking in the middle. There's Gustav, the back heel, unable to get a clean connection. It's going to roll all the way out. It will be a kick in here now for Chicago. And it seems like the conditions a little bit chillier. Some rain starting to come down. We weren't expecting this rain to hit us early in the morning, but you got to make do with what's out there. turf and rain is not a great combination as the ball pushed in towards the middle to rip the shot. They score. It's Cineas on the board. And Miami takes a 2-0 lead here. And just under 5 minutes. It's Cineas this time. He gets his first goal of the tournament. As it looks like we're going to need to get a crutch replacement once again. And we're going to get a substitution for both teams here. As looks like Cineas will come out for number 9. And Broom is going to come on out for Smith. As an early shot there, Pierre able to easily keep that one in check and control it on down. It's now pushed out wide here. Miami's going to push the ball up. As they're making their way along the sideline, heading towards goal. Another big save there. Omerovich is going to be busy today, as he's got a couple of saves already on the day. Pushes it up to Coleman. Coleman lays it in the middle to Trejo. Trejo back out to Coleman and taken away there. And that's Ulysses. He pushes the field. Ripped shot. Goal! It's Richard. He's on the board once again. And he puts Miami up 3-0. As now they will take over once again here, Chicago. As the pass over there is unable to be completed. As Miami will play it in quickly. Here's Gustav. Now to the far side, looking to cut in. To rip the shot. Bobbled and then kicked away by Omerovich. And it looks like he might have got stepped on there at the end. Omerovich is going to go down. And we'll take a quick look at him. Again, we'd like to give a huge thank you to our lead sponsors for the 2024 U.S. Amputee Soccer Cup, Major League Soccer and the New England Revolution. Your support helps make this event possible. We'd also like to express our gratitude to our other sponsors, Hanger Clinic, Orthopediatric Specialty Bracing, and Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. Your contribution is helping to elevate the world of amputee soccer. The U.S. men's national amputee soccer team is gearing up for the inaugural Gold Cup this November. They will face off against teams from Panama, Costa Rica, Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala in what promises to be an exciting and competitive tournament. Stay updated on their journey and follow along with their preparation by visiting usampsoccer.org and follow at US Amputee Soccer on Instagram. Support the journey on tinyurl.com/goldcup24. Don't miss out on the historic event. And looks like we'll get right back underway here. As they will do the sportsman-like thing and just boot it all the way down. And it'll go out for a goal kick here for Miami. Miami currently sitting on 4 points in the standings. New England just ahead of them in that on goal differential, so the goal differential in this game will be crucial, as I believe that they currently sit on now +4, where New England is sitting on +11. As that ball blocked by Richard, as Payne tries to take it quickly. The ball is rolling, and it's going to be kept on in. Down the middle to Richard. He's already got 2 already. He's going to be looking for that hat trick. He feeds the ball in towards the middle. Omerovich with a big save. He's coming up huge out of net and making the big saves today. As it's laid on back. It'll now be fed over to Israel. That one just goes beyond him. It's going to roll in on this turf surface, and he was able to keep it in just barely. It's Israel. And now taken away and poked out of bounds. Miami will take the kick in here once again. Just about 10 minutes gone through the game so far. It's laid on back to Israel. It's Richard. He dances around Coleman. He's got some options in the middle. He'll cut in inside. Good poke away there by Coleman. He's going to keep on going. He chips it up and over. And no goal yet. It was kept out. What a beautiful goal line clearance from Lira that was right there. As Richard thought for sure he had the hat trick. And it's going to roll on out. It'll be a corner now here for Miami.
What a
beautiful
save.
goal line clearance there for Lira. You might not see a better one on this day. As that ball is going to roll off the corner, it's going to keep on going. Kept on in on the far side by Miami. It's Ulysses. He's going to whiff on the first attempt. Israel will come pick it up. Israel cuts in to the left side. Lays the ball down. And now back out to Ulysses. Chipped up over to Israel. Miami with the majority of the possessions so far. As they bob and weave and shoot, and a big save from Omerovic as he engulfs that one into his body. The shot coming from Stanley Gustav, who had a goal yesterday. Been denied. Good settle there by Coleman, looking for his options, and just no one there as they're going to be countered now. Ball laid to the far side. Miss touch as Trejo pounds it off the player over there on that side, and it was Dennis Gustav on the far side. Now Israel gets it back. Israel into the middle. Dropping for Richard. Richard keeps on going, rips one, and that's high up and over the net. And it's going to be a goal kick here now for Chicago.
Almost caught back up to where we're safe.
And Miami trying to go, and it's going to keep rolling. And it will be a Miami kick here. Number 9. As he whips one in, and a good block there from Calvo. And we're going to have it going the other way. I'm not sure what the call is.
Deflection.
Deflection off the arm, look, maybe. As Calvo will take this kick in here for Chicago. Lays it in to Payne. Payne looking for Smith. Smith back to Calvo. Calvo gives the ball away in the middle. As he's looking to attempt in towards goal, and he puts it in. As they finish that one off, it'll be a goal once again, and Miami will take a 4-0 lead.
I got it.
And Chicago is going to kick off now, as it's Payne. And it's taken away once again. As Gustav into Richard. Richard cuts on in and cleared away by Calvo only as far as the top of the box, but that one's kicked on out. And it'll be a goal kick. So that goal was scored by Carnot for Miami, number 9. As it's taken in, Omerovic. Just about 14 minutes have gone through this first half so far. As Miami currently holding on to a 4-0 lead. Payne sends it to the far side, unable to connect over there. It'll go out for a kick in here for Miami. As they push along, it's taken in by Richard. Richard cuts on in. He's looking for number 3, but a great save there once again, Omerovic. And it looks like it took a deflection off of the cutting across Miami player. So I think it's think a goal kick was called.
Claimed it.
I think, or maybe there's just a player down. See, so we got Coleman down, and I think it was Gustav in the middle down. So it's gonna be a corner here for Miami. As the ball laid in. Israel will think about having one, and that's going to hit the outside of the net and go out for a goal kick. Miami with the majority of the possession so far, as was kind of expected coming into this one. It's up to Trejo. Chicago's going to look to cut into that lead, though, as they go 4v2 here. Looks to the far side to Coleman. Coleman looked to cut it back across, but couldn't. Payne, and that one's just going to go wild right. Miami caught sleeping as it was a 4v2 there for Chicago, but just missing beyond the net. Pierre's going to take it quickly here. It's out to Carnot. As Chicago looks to regain their defensive shape. A great stick there from Coleman, and that's going to go out, and that's going to be Miami kick. As now it's Richard. Richard's going to think about having one. Another big save there. As it flicks off the leg, and it'll come on into the hand of Omerovic. Rolled on out to Lira. Lira lays the ball in, looking for Coleman. It's going to get Coleman. Oh, and it just escapes him as he looked to go through. And then off to Payne. Payne looking to play the ball through to Smith, and just going beyond him. And it's going to roll on out of bounds. And it'll be a goal kick for Miami. 16 and a half gone so far. He goes along.
What, you don't like Lay?
And a good save there, Omerovic off the kick. It's Coleman battling along with Richard. He's going to get bodied out there as Richard pushes down the side. Finish in the middle and missing just wide. As we're rating a couple of changes out here. As Miami lacing up the boots. And Omerovic will take this one. Back to Omerovic. Lays it out wide to Lira. Lira inside. Good work with Payne, and it's quickly taken away. Richard's waiting up there. Waiting for the goal. Lays it off. Puts it in the back of the net. That's Stanley Gustav who puts the goal in and puts Miami up 5-0. As 18 minutes gone so far. It'll be laid to kick off here for Chicago. It's Payne. Plays it all the way back to Omerovic. A quick pressure there, and Omerovic just able to push it away as it was heading in towards goal. Miami's going to take the corner quickly as Chicago looks to come on back. Ball whipped in towards the center and headed away and out for another corner. As you see the line puff up there, and it'll be a corner kick once again. Played in short to Corneau. Corneau's got a man at the top of the box. It's Israel. Israel lays it over to Sinisius. He's got one goal already, trying to play it in, and Smith is going to get there. And Omerovic had to pull up quickly because he can't go beyond that box on the far side there. It'll be Sinisius once again here to take the kick. Played out to the top. Nice Ulysses. Ball laid out to the outside. Thinking about it, rips a shot. Good block at first. And then kicked out and along, and it'll be a corner kick. the middle, Israel. He's thinking about shot. He plays in towards the middle. The flick over and trying to hit it off the volley was Richard to himself. As the goal kick taken in and it's quickly taken away, Lira. And we're going to get a whistle as maybe a foul call. There's going to be a free kick here for Miami as we've got about 5 minutes left to go in this half. Richard takes a shot. Oh, and that one just squeaks wide of the post. And I'll go out for a goal kick here. Omerovic here to take the kick. As Coleman tying the laces, so we'll retake the kick here. And Omerovic will lay it now for Lira. And that's blocked by Richard. Should be kick for White. Yes, it will be. Lira is going to take it quickly up to Coleman. Coleman trying to keep that ball in, plays it all the way back to Omerovic. Omerovic up to Smith. Smith over to Coleman. And that's one come off the crush, but they're going to keep playing on because Ulysses maintains possession now for Miami. It's Richard. Richard poked away by Coleman. Regains possession as he's holding on, and Coleman will poke it out once again. There'll be a kick in here for Miami. As they rip the shot.
Hello.
And here they go. Coleman along. And Coleman keeps going.
Right.
Is it not working? And in towards the middle, Richard's there. He puts it in the back of the net. They add a 6, and that's Richard's third. And Miami takes a 6-0 lead.
You're on.
It's back to Payne.
Hello, hello, hello.
Payne lays the ball out. As now Pierre, and the rain's starting to come on down now. As along comes Cineas. And it'll be poked on out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick here. Corner kick for Miami. And we're going to re-kick as the ball was moving and rolling along. It's raining, but we're luckily protected up here in the booth. Got a nice little metal protection that will roll off the back of our... It's pretty well designed up here. It's a little snug. Maybe not the best for the internet connection, but...
Yeah, it seems to do a very good job at keeping the internet laggy and slow.
Oh, Vinny, thank you for joining me up here.
Anytime.
Vinny, our tech guy, keeping us up as best as we can. He might join me for the rest of the game now, as Miami looking to push along. It's on to the outside. We're going to move this coffee just so it doesn't spill anything, Vinny.
That sounds like a pretty good idea around the electronics.
We did run into a coffee problem yesterday where one came down, but luckily we protected it. As a big shot there, bounces in towards the middle. Tony with a chance. It's still there, cleared away. And that's going to do it. A big save at the end is going to end the half as Miami takes a 6-0 lead heading into halftime. We'll be right back in just a little bit. Welcome back in here as we're getting ready for the second half. Vinny alongside me of the New England team. Also, our tech guy helps set up everything, so we got to give a big thanks to him.
With our camera woman Claire back there doing just a fantastic job.
Yes, we are without the crew from yesterday, which may be for the better.
Maybe for the better. And if they're listening, this should encourage you.
No, they were awesome. They also helped
They
out
were
with the
great,
Gillette game.
absolutely.
Obviously, they have other prior commitments, which is okay. Maybe we'll be able to get a full-time squad next year. As Chicago has kicked underway, as we'll get our time going to... There we go. Again, some technical issues a little bit, but
Camera woman Claire just didn't have the start on that one.
as Miami's up and going, it's Richard out to the outside. Looking to
Richard
cut
open in the middle. Let's see if he can get stopped.
That's not Richard. That's Sinius in the middle now. Richard's at the top. You got to get your
Pardon
numbers down.
My names and numbers. Just Dylan will correct me.
Yeah, all good. As now the kick in, and again, another number I do not have. Switching up of these numbers is not very
That's
helpful
Kevin.
for me.
Kevin's kicking it in.
Kevin's? Oh, he is? Oh, you were just making up a name. Well, I know the goalkeeper, Omerich. He's been phenomenal. I got to say, one of the best goalies out here. I mean, he's definitely getting the most shots on him.
Definitely the most shots. I think a great contender for the Golden Glove.
I would have to agree with that. I'm not sure how the voting is determined for that, but
I think
I should get it.
blocked.
Oh, is it? I think it's
so.
just best goalie. I think I should have a say in that. I mean, I've seen everything.
This is true. Do you think you're biased though?
No, I would not be biased. I think I'm pretty. I mean, to me, Omerovich has been one of the. Him and Olivia have been phenomenal. Olivia, the goalkeeper for Colorado, as Richard's making his way in. As there's Omerovich, and just
what
off
placement.
the inside. See, that's the commentator curse right there. Just as I'm praising him, he gives up a goal. But I mean, there was nothing he could really do there.
Going inside on the inside post is just a sneaky place to put it. Hard to block.
Yeah, and so that one puts the 7th goal up for Miami.
Camera woman Claire getting a little behind on that too.
I believe that was Richard's 4th goal of the game. And he's in a contender for... I think he's in contending for the Golden Boot. I think that would put him up to 7 goals.
I think after this game he will be. And then they have one more game too.
Yes, as here he comes once again, that danger man, as he goes to the outside. Chips one up and over, but I think that was blocked
it was
right there.
Good block, absolutely.
And good job as...
Who's that? Who did that block?
Again, that's the number I'm missing
Number
on
5?
Chicago. Number 5.
Huh. Can we just go with Kevin's?
I'm not sure. As here
It does look like it.
we're going to have another corner kick over here as they're going to roll the ball short. Plays it into the
Right
top
into
of the
the middle.
box.
Let's see if he's got this shot.
Rips the shot. Good block
Good
there from
deflection.
Trejo. As now it's Sinius on here. Israel's going to take the strike. It takes a deflection. Omerovich will kick that one away.
Nice turn. Let's see if he has this.
Coleman, he's been hanging out up top as he gets tangled up on the crutches.
A clean tackle. Good body to body.
Ulysses back to Pierre. Over to Thony. Thony's going to do the little scoop chip. Good settle down there by Payne. Out to Trejo. Trejo
nice
looking
with
to
the
play.
pass. Just a little short.
Looked like it had that outside spin there. Looking for Coleman. Needed the inward spin there to guide him in. But that's a tough ball to play. Vinny, you're gonna have to warm up for this game coming
some
up.
Laps before we get on the field.
As cut inside there for Richard. Richard lays the ball off.
Makes his run to the middle. Let's see if they get it back to him.
As they're just almost setting up almost like a power play in hockey up around the box. Surrounding the box. There's Thony. Back to Israel. Back to Richard. He's going to scoop and chip, and it's poked away.
By Payne.
As
They needed to break out of that little box off Miami had on them.
As we're going to get a couple substitutions here. As it looks like Lira. Who's number 4 on here? Do we got a 4? Yeah, Madrano. Nacho Madrano is going to come on as well. And I believe that yes, Stanley Gustav for Miami is going to check in as well. And there'll be a kick in for Miami on the far side. It's Israel. And now it's making his way to this near side to Stanley Gustav. Into the middle to Thony. Thony battling up front with Coleman. As it's now up to the top to Ulysses. Back to Israel. Israel's going to whip one up toward the top. Oh, and it just squeaked wide as Richard was there trying to redirect it, but unable to do so.
And Dylan, I'm just seeing this, but did you see this that Dan Broom, number 9 on Chicago, has played in 10 World Cups?
Wow.
That's 40 years of amputee soccer.
That is a lot. I mean, he's definitely probably one of our older players as Richard goes in and nets it in. And that puts an 8th on the board right there. And his 5th goal, I believe, of the game. I think I might have missed one when I put it in, so I do believe that is 5 for him as Miami now takes the 8-0 lead. Yeah, Broom, 10 World Cups is a lot.
Oh yeah,
definitely. I do think there wasn't all separated by 4 years earlier on in the making of amputee soccer. I think they had a couple 2-year gaps.
Okay.
So I think that might have been why.
Might have been. I do know that he is one of the original founding members of the sport and of Team USA. So he's been on it since the very beginning.
As Trejo plays the ball into Payne. And now Trejo trying to find his man, and it's taken away. It's Stanley Gustav. Look at that speed as he paces his way up as Chicago looks to recover into their shape. It's Richard. He's going to rip one, a good block there from
nice
Trejo.
Deflection.
We'll get another sub, Calvo. And there goes Broom. And they're redirecting Madrano to come off.
Ball was in motion, I think, before they...
I think they were just waiting on the substitution to get back in place. They wanted to make sure they could be set up. You don't want to give the disadvantage. Broom did come off on the far side, though. As now Miami will get to have the kick. As Israel looks. And he's going to play it down. And they're going to move the ball back. And
nice
Coleman,
deflection.
Yeah, good defensive play. He's been doing good on the press. He's been doing that all tournament long, pressing up there. Definitely probably one of their top players for Chicago is Coleman. He's been on it all game long. It's Israel. He's going to think about having one kick save away there by Omerovich. As he was all over that one, giving directions to his Chicago players.
Dylan, you bring anything warm to drink today?
I did not. You know, it's weird. I'm not really a warm drink type of guy. I know it's a little...
No coffee or tea?
Well, no, I don't drink any coffee or tea. No energy drinks.
Are you not
just
a caffeine
pure,
guy?
I'm not a caffeine guy. I'm
You've
pure
got the
energy.
To go, yeah.
I'm pure energy and everything. It's weird. I'm not really a hot liquids. I've got like soup. I don't like soup either. The only real thing I'll have when it's cold is hot chocolate, maybe. But anyways, back to the soccer discussion. As here at the top is Cineas. Lays the ball off. It's into Richard trying to dance his way through. Gets through, and he puts it in the net again.
That's the 9th of the tournament or of this game so far.
Yes, and his 6th on the game. I believe it brings him up to 9.
The team up to 9, not Richard.
No, Richard in the game in the tournament.
As a total.
Yes, I think in the tournament.
I definitely think he will.
I think he
have the golden
may have the
boot
golden
at this
boot locked up already. Oh, that's a beautiful ball!
What a pass by
Trejo. That was Trejo out there looking, but now quick counterattack. This is what Miami does
with
best.
The speed.
They've got
Richard
the speed
in the middle.
to kill. Rips one in, a save it. A beautiful
block.
one there from Omerovich. Again, we've got about 15 minutes to go here. As I know you're going to want to be having Miami pull him back a little bit.
Well, hopefully Chicago can keep them from scoring 2 more goals in the next 15 minutes.
As here comes Israel. He's looking to put one in the middle. It's blocked. And that one's going to squeak in. That looked like an own goal.
An own goal, but you know what? It was a good shot at a deflection and just unlucky there.
It's an unfortunate attempt there as that puts up the 10th tally there for Miami.
I think if I'm not mistaken, in the rules, an own goal counts as -2 towards the goal differential.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's the case for you, Vinny. As now Chicago will kick off once again. Here's Payne. Out wide to Calvo, looking for Coleman up that far side. There goes Coleman. That ball just always trickling away from him, and it's going to roll on out of bounds. And we'll get a substitution. And we'll kick back in here for Miami.
We're seeing the New York coaches arriving, getting ready for their game.
Yeah,
and their players.
There's your coach right there, Charlie Livingstone, just walked right past us. He didn't even say hi to you.
He didn't.
As that ball kicked in, it's going to roll out in, I believe it's going to be a corner kick here for Miami. As here comes Miami, as they're getting another attempt here. Or no, I think it's going to roll out for a Chicago kick.
Kicking by Payne.
Looks like the line was sticking to the ball a little bit there, but it's off it now as the ball is going to roll along and it's going to go out for another Miami kick in.
Does not look like the weather's going to clear up today.
No, it does not. I think it's going to be cloudy all day. The only hope is that the rain stops at some point.
Yeah.
I will say, me personally, I'll take this over the wind because the wind was awful yesterday.
Yeah.
As here comes Richard. He's cutting in, chips the ball, and it's going to miss wide right of the net. Yes,
I think he tried to get fancy with that one.
He did. He did indeed. He's definitely got that flair to him. But, yeah, like I was saying, and I'm sure you could hear it on the broadcast yesterday, the wind was atrocious. It was not good whatsoever. As now Miami taking over once again, it's Cineas. He's pushing his way up. There's Richard laying the ball off the rip, off the crossbar.
Just high.
Yeah, if we were playing the crossbar challenge, that's 1 point, but we're in an
Gustav.
actual game right now.
What is Gustav up to for points? Do you know
Gustav, I believe he's on 2 goals.
that? For this game or total?
Oh, this game he's on 1.
Yeah.
Total he's on 2. As Trejo, that looked like...
Looked like maybe a hand there, but it's not called.
And it's going to be kept on in. As they'll keep on going. As now Richard. Oh, that's Richard now. That was Cineas. Richard dancing in the middle. You can see the speed from him as he comes out, tries chipping. He really likes to
Fancy
try
again.
and chip that
He
ball.
wants to get that, yeah.
He wants to get that highlight reel goal. As now Cineas at the top. He's going to think
and
about
he's gonna
having one,
take
and
it,
it's going to
and
take a deflection.
deflection.
And it looks like we're going to get another own goal there. So that's 2 own goals, unfortunately. But, I mean, you got to put yourself in front of the ball there.
You have to make the attempt. It's hard to
So that's going to be Miami's 11th on the
And
board.
Here's Coach Charlie again for the New England team.
Charlie's got some big work to do coming up.
Coach Charlie, what do you have to say for the game plan for New England and what they have to get done?
Well, first off, I just want to say I've been really impressed with just the level of all the teams out here. You know, this has got to be the best U.S. Cup that I've been to, it being my first. But in terms of New England's game plan, yeah, we're going to look to play a little more open here, look to score some goals, and enjoy the day. It's going to be a little wet, so we got to be aware of that. Ball's going to be skidding more, so, you know, I always tell my players play the miss. So, yeah, we'll be looking to do that and look to come away with a couple of wins here.
All right.
That's awesome. Some wise advice from Coach Charlie.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. As you guys just saw on this screen. It was Payne who took the kick, and it was a pretty good attempt there off the free kick.
It was a great shot. That would have been nice to see that just make it in. Not that I'm rooting for anyone.
We got about 10 minutes left to go in this game. As the ball is given away.
Light touch by Payne. A step in, and then Gustav. Let's see if he plays off or
And
he
there's the
takes it
goal.
himself.
He puts him up. That's 12 now, and that's his second as he gets in. And so Miami,
So in goal differential, Dylan, what does that put them at?
I believe that puts them at 13.
And what's the New England team at?
I believe 11. So they're currently two up on goal differential.
After this, New England will have
They will
two
have
more
a game
games,
in hand,
two more
though.
games to play, and
It's true.
Miami will only have one. So it's still time to make up
But
that
they still,
differential as long as they don't really push too far ahead here.
so it'll be a kick in now here for Chicago. As now, here goes Coleman. Looking to push the ball to the outside. Yeah, it's Sinius. Out to Israel. Looking in towards the middle, and it's going to be
Nice
caught up by
grab.
Omerovich. As they'll work the ball up, but it's quickly taken away there by Joubergine. It's a fun name to say, and it's Richard. He's going to cut in as he puts that one in the back of the net. Yeah, it's his number 7.
I think at this point it would be a big task for someone to catch up for the Golden Boot.
It would be. Right now, your fellow teammate Calabria is sitting on 5, so he's it's a good. He's a
Okay, he's
5.
not-
It's out of the. But
Overshard is 5 for this, 7 for this.
7 for this game and 3,
2
so he's
for-
10.
He's 10. Okay, yeah.
10.
Musa's not too far behind Calabria. What is he at?
Moose's at 4.
Okay.
And there adds
and
another. That's
what a good
Gustav.
attempt by the Chicago keeper, who really has put a lot of work in on this game.
So that's going to add another tally to the total.
They are really pulling ahead here. It's going to make for a lot of work for New England.
Here's Trejo. Back to Payne. And taken away. As they push along. Back in towards the middle, there's Richard. Richard pulls it back on Lira. Looking for it in the middle. Chips it to the back post. Settled down. Into the middle. Off the crossbar.
And what a deflection.
Oh, that one was close as looking to go for the scissor kick there.
It
and
looks
unable
like
to do
Richard is
so.
giving number 19, Jean, some time in the top of the box, maybe trying to get him some goals.
As the rip from distance, a good block save there as it's going to roll on out for a kick in. Plays it in. All the way back to Ulysses. And just beyond the reach of Coleman. Back in towards the middle and
And a
missed
whiff.
upon. As he's got Coleman on the far side, he's
Can
going to try
Coleman
his
get
best.
to it? Oh, he loses his balance a little bit.
And I think he might be in. Can't tell if it's a cramp or.
But they are going to call the play.
As we'll get our sub. And Coleman will play on. And here comes Miami once again. as the rain seems to have subsided for the moment. As Richard cuts on in, and he puts
And
it back
there's
in the net
another one.
again.
They're really pulling away here at the end. You see the energy in Chicago dropping a little bit.
5 minutes left to go in the game. As Richard loses, I think he's broken quite a couple of crutches so far.
It looks like they're just going to try to bend this one back.
So here comes Payne. Out wide to Trejo. Trejo looking for a ball in the middle and unable to find a man. As Miami pushes again, it's Gustav. Into Richard, cuts around one, puts it in, a good block there. Chip up and unable to keep it. Lira was able to get that ball out. It's now work to the top of the box. There's Gustav in towards the middle and cleared away. Up towards Trejo. Trejo to the far side. He's got
With Payne,
Payne.
let's see if he can get there, and there he is. We got a 3 versus 2 up here. Let's see if they can make something
Whips it to
happen
the back
across
stick.
to Trejo. Oh,
Going
and
just
what
beyond him.
a kick out from their goalie.
Yeah, I think Pierre just got that one away. Or is it? I think there was some debate whether he kicked it outside the box or not, but they're going to get the kick in anyways. And it's going to be given away. As now up to Richard. Cuts on in. Back to Sinius. Now Gustav. Israel. Rips a shot block there. Back heel flicked along on the ground, and it's going to hit the outside of the net. There's going to be a goal kick. With about 3 minutes left to go in the game. As we may be losing Vinny soon to go warm up. They got a game coming up soon. As now it's played on the outside. It's Calvo. Got to get that hydration going for you, Vinny. As here comes Coleman. Oh, you got all the works out here. Pulled out 2 water bottles and a Gatorade.
I figured I'd leave one for you, Dylan. You seem
I got my own water. Don't worry about me. I
nice
came prepared.
deflection and saved again.
Beautifully done by Omerich. He's going to look to launch it deep to Smith. As Ulysses there. And they're going to get a handball call, and it's going to be going in the direction for Chicago. As we're approaching about 2 minutes left to go in this game. Look at that. The pH quality guaranteed on this water bottle. Essential. I don't need it. You keep it.
You need to watch your pH levels, Dylan. It helps your hydration. Poor pH leads to...
A beautiful ball from Payne on the ground and just missing Calvo. As here's the kick in. Up to Sinius. As ball laid to the far side, it's Israel, and that chips up over the crossbar. And that's going to roll on out of bounds. There'll be a goal kick here. Or no, it's going to go out. It was a corner kick. About a minute left to go in this match. As it's whipped in. Oh, and headed away by the keeper, Omerich. That's a first that I'd seen.
Yeah, interesting move there by a keeper.
They got the job done for the time being, but now Richard's coming back in as Miami's looking at another one, and they will. It took a deflection, but it looks like that one was Ulysses that puts it on the board. I think that's his first of the tournament. As the clock winds down to the end. And that's going to do it for the game. And that'll end this one, I think.
No,
Or
that
is
was
that just-
someone else whistling.
Oh, that was
literally Kamal. Just
it was Kamal. He ended the
I
entire
think Kamal
game for
just
the
ended the game.
And so
His
that's gonna-
whistling and the refs just went with it.
So that's going to do it for the game.
Wow.
As Miami finishes with 16, Chicago with 0. We'll be back for the next game in just a little bit. Stay tuned.